Hello, my name is Tanya Haney, and the title of my major presentation is Social Networking. What is social networking? So, social networking can be defined as a network of individuals such as friends, peers, acquaintances, and coworkers connected by interpersonal relationships. It can also be defined as an online service or site through which people create and maintain interpersonal relationships. I would like to add to that. It can also be created to build virtual communities of like-minded individuals. And I should also add that social networking and social media are often interchangeable words. Social networking origins. So the internet began as a research tool to link research institutions in 1969, and that was called ARPANET. By the 1970s, networking technology had improved. You have internet relay chats that were first used in 1988, and they continued their popularity throughout the 1990s. However, in recent years, such as in 2002, you have Friendster, which was one of the first social networking sites. And then came along YouTube. So YouTube is very, very, very popular. That came in 2005, and it created an entirely new way for people to communicate and share ideas across great distances. By 2006, Facebook and Twitter became available to users throughout the world. These sites remain some of the most popular social networks on the internet. And then today, there's a tremendous variety of social networking sites, and many of them can be linked to allow cross-posting. And so when you post one place, it'll show up in other platforms. I should also add that people are constantly inviting their friends and associates over to different social networking sites as well. So some examples of social networking, which we already talked about. Some of these, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn. Let's go back to that slide. YouTube. So it was once thought that schools did not want kids on their cell phones. Teachers didn't really go out their way to incorporate technology into the lesson plan. But now teachers are grasping this concept because kids are constantly on social media websites anyway. And so by us utilizing this to reinforce learning, we found that it's a very effective tool. And so incorporating technology into your lesson plan will help the students to be able to grasp the concepts and be engaged while learning. So let's go to this slide now. Okay, so let's look at social media use. So this was a slide. So as of January 2017, this year, there are 2.789 billion people that use social media. That is a lot of people. And then out of those people, you have 37% that's active on there. And then you have 2.549 billion that of social users accessing via mobile, which is technology that you can carry with you, such as a tablet, iPad, Apple Watch, and things like that. And then you have 37% of those people that are active mobile social users as a percentage of the total population. So that is a lot of people accessing those sites. Let's talk about some of the benefits of social networking. So social networking has the ability to engage different type of learners. So in a classroom setting, you will have different type of learners. You will have the kinesthetic learners, the auditory learners, the visual learners, the textile learners, and with social networking, you're able to engage all of those learners, and so it makes it really powerful. And it also allows the students to collaborate with each other and form virtual communities. It prepares students for future careers. It allows parents to be virtually involved in their child's education and ask questions, even comment on their child's assignments, and to see their progress. So you will know that parental involvement is very important in students' education. Any way that we can connect with that parent is good. And so every parent is not going to be able to make it to parent-teacher conferences. And so with social media, we're able to still connect with those parents and still build a relationship with those parents. It also allows teachers the ability to post assignments, grades, email parents about upcoming events, and the most important, build those relationships. It allows us to build relationships with our students, with our parents, and with our community. Okay, so social networking has evolved the classroom. So students can now use technology to interact between classes and even with pupils from schools overseas. I remember having a pen pal when I was in school, but I had to write to her on paper, and I had to wait for her. She had to wait for my response, and I had to wait for her response via mail. But now, with the power of social media, our students are able to connect with each other instantly. And so it's very powerful. And then, so with the internet so easily available, teachers are having to adapt their roles as a sole provider of information. And they can take on now like more interactive roles as coordinators, supporting the children with their active learning. They can even take on roles as being a facilitator, and you can ask your students to present information to the class. So even the classroom structure is changing. Students are more likely to sit around their desk and their table with iPads, with their laptops, with their Google Chrome computers, and devices like those. Okay, so tools for teachers. So some of the tools that I researched that I found that I really like, one is called ReadWorks. And we should probably open this link just so we can take a quick look around. Okay, so we're going to say, not now, but you see they ask, are you a teacher or a student? Because both the teacher and the student can access this. But as you can see the lessons I can get and get ideas for lessons. I can read articles. I can ask questions. I can get reading passages and get paired passages. And so it was really interesting. I clicked around here earlier. Let's just click on this right quick. So I can even like come down here, pick my grade. I can pick the type of unit that I am wanting the kids to learn. And I can pick the strategy that I want to use. And it would bring up lessons that has been successful in the past that other teachers have used. And so I thought that was a really powerful weapon. Well, I should say tool, not weapon to use. But it's a very powerful tool to use because I like to see what has worked in the past. You can also, I also like Pinterest because I can see what projects other teachers have done that was also successful in the classroom. So in the fall, I'm going to be teaching second grade. And so I can have those ideas. And as you can see, 35 foolproof ways to master fact fluency. And I can read what other teachers have done. And so this is like a little community. I went in there and just picked the grade that I was, teaching, and it brought up those different ideas. And so that's a great tool for teachers to use as well. I also personally like Khan Academy because students also a lot of times have a problem with math. concepts and grasping math. And so with this website, let me just bring it up right here. With this website, you're able to like go click on like the subject that you're learning. They'll even give you like suggestions. And since I'm going to be teaching the second grade, it gave me like place value. And you can practice. Like let's just click on one of these right quick. I can practice the concepts. They also have like videos. So 6 10s plus 6 1s. So let's put 66. And let's just see. Let's just see what it says. If I'm correct or not. Oh, it says correct. See if you can get the next question as well. And so if I was stuck, as you can see right here, if I was stuck on that concept, I can watch a video right here. And as you can see, it's pulling it from YouTube. But I can watch a video on place value.
What I want to do in this video is take this quantity represented by...
And so I think that was very powerful for them to do that, and for a tool that can be used, and plus it can give you feedback right away. You can see what your students are they applying it, and what they learned in the class and areas that they need to work on. So I really like that a lot. Okay, so just look at the, let's go to this slide. So uses in different subject areas. So in math, like I just showed you, you can use Khan Academy. Prodigy is another one, another website that kids can use and that teachers can also partake of to see how their students are doing. And I got this. This is actually a standard that I got off of the Arkansas website standards. So it says add up to 4 two-digit using strategies based on place value and properties of operation. And so we looked at some of the place values already. And so for English, you can use social media to create blogs. You can respond to something somebody else wrote to give your opinion on it. And so right here, this is also a standard. You can ask and answer such questions as who, what, when, where, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of key details in the text. And so you can also use that as well. Have your kids identify that. In science, this is another standard right here. You can classify animals into major groups depending on whether they're a mammal, bird, or fish. And so you can have your students to like watch YouTube videos, take virtual field trips, and things like that. In social studies, here's a standard right here. You can describe roles and responsibilities of individuals in a democracy. And for that, kids can like do their research. They can look on Google, Twitter. They can follow current and trending news, and they can describe citizens' rights and roles that we play in a democracy. And right here, this is my bibliography. And again, I do thank you for listening to my presentation of how social networking is used in education. And I hope you learned something from it today. Thank you and have a nice day.